Lloyd is a normal boy living in a small village called Kunlun. He lives with his grandfather and older brother, and their life is pretty mundane. However, all of that changes after a couple of years when Lloyd makes his way to the Azami Kingdom to join a special army. Upon his arrival, he is met by the East Side witch, Marie, who allows him to stay with her while he completes his soldier entrance exams. Initially indifferent to Lloyd, Marie's interest is piqued when she sees him create a magic crystal. Marie's former master, Alka, who is also the village chief, orders her to take care of Lloyd, as he appears to be quite powerful, although Lloyd himself never thought of himself as anything but ordinary. Lloyd encounters a young girl, Selin, being attacked by a strange monster. He uses his strength to easily defeat the monster, lifting a curse that has been torturing Selin since childhood. This makes Selin fall in love with Lloyd. The day of the exams arrives, and a military cadet, sensing Lloyd's power and jealous of his interaction with Selin, sees Lloyd as a threat. In a shocking twist, Marie reveals the truth behind Lloyd's strength. His village, Kunlun, is located near one of the scariest dungeons with the strongest monsters in the country. While Lloyd may be weak and ordinary in his village, he is one of the strongest beings alive elsewhere. Surprisingly, Lloyd is not on the list of future candidates when the results of the exam arrive. Army officers Murthahan and Colleen are baffled by this. Since he isn't becoming a military cadet, Lloyd finds a job at a local cafe owned by Chrome, a retired royal guard. The news of Princess Maria's disappearance spreads, and Colleen investigates why Lloyd failed the test, discovering that he wrote mysterious runes as his answers. Selin, determined to get Lloyd enrolled in the academy, decides to find Princess Maria and use it as leverage to get Lloyd enrolled. Alka and Marie discuss Lloyd's plans until the next exam, with Marie confiding in Alka about her father, King Azami, who is being brainwashed into starting a war with the Gu Empire. Palka, recognizing the people from Kunlun as too powerful, refuses to help in small conflicts. Meanwhile, Selin fights Alan, one of the students, but Lloyd arrives, and Marie intervenes using her magic to fly Lloyd away, saving Alan from possible accidental harm by Lloyd. Confused by Marie's actions, Lloyd assumes it's because he is too weak. Chrome deduces that Marie the witch is also Princess Maria. Marie explains that her father is likely to declare war at a summit in 3 days, but she doesn't know who is controlling his actions. Chrome decides to help. Selin, still searching for the princess, decides to ask Marie for help. When Selin realizes that Lloyd lives with Marie, she becomes jealous. Just before Marie reveals her true identity, Lloyd naively concludes that Marie is secretly the hero saving everyone, and Marie uses his misunderstanding to cover her tracks. Once Lloyd is out of the room, she asks Rhino and Selin for help. Chrome investigates assassins searching for Marie and discovers that Murthahan is behind the king's madness. However, it is revealed that the king is possessed by a demon lord named Abaddon, who is controlling Murthahan all along. Marie attempts to stop her father with a rune, but is injured in the process. She realizes that while the people of Kunlun can't interfere in mortal conflicts, they can defeat a demon lord, which Lloyd is allowed to do. Lloyd finds Alan hiding from monsters, giving him the motivation and strength to fight. Alka, meanwhile, is enraged because the monsters interrupted her moment with Lloyd. Rhino and Selin, with Chrome's help, fight Murthahan, holding their own until Lloyd arrives and defeats Murthahan with a single slap. Marie asks Lloyd to cleanse the king, which he does without realizing he's using a powerful cleansing rune capable of casting out the demon Abaddon. The kingdom is temporarily safe, but Lloyd is unaware of the true extent of his actions. The next morning, Shoma, Lloyd's brother, arrives in the city but disappears before anyone can see him. Murthahan is exiled to Cumberland, and the king is cured. Marie decides to focus on witchcraft, and Alan, grateful for Lloyd's help, submits himself to Lloyd's service as payment and helps Lloyd become a member of the academy. Marie and Lloyd travel to a mysterious location where Lloyd draws a holy sword from a stone. A special match between rivaling academies is upcoming, and Lloyd learns healing magic with Selin. Meanwhile, Marie meets with several students from the rival academy. Two sisters, Philo and Mina, meet Lloyd, and Philo, sensing his power, attacks him. Rhino is upset and refuses to return home or to the academy, so Lloyd takes her on a date to help her return. On their date, Rhino reveals that her prosthetic mithril arm, meant to help her draw a holy sword, drains her magic. The following day, Makona tries to compete with Lloyd and prove her superiority, but is easily defeated. She then goes to Marie for healing, wanting to spend time with her. The matches between the academies begin. Riho and Ra fight for the prize of the holy sword Lloyd found. Philo fights Selen, breaking the rules and ending the match quickly. Lloyd faces Mina, defeating her despite her strongest water magic. Riho uses a special grade spell against Rawl, causing Rawl to pass out from fear. Rawl later discovers that the prize has already been claimed and uses Philo to kidnap the sword's thief. However, Philo mistakenly steals one of Alka's crystals. Concerned for Marie, Lloyd confronts Philo, suggesting an arm wrestling match instead of a fight to the death, which he wins. Philo then inexplicably decides she wants to marry Lloyd. Alan later saves Rawl and is accidentally credited with saving the town. A mysterious wizard manipulates Rawl and her memories to acquire the sword, intending to master a dungeon in Kunlun. Lloyd takes a part-time job at a hotel owned by Koba. Koba confides in Lloyd about attacks on the hotel workers. Lord 309, a difficult guest, talks with Friana and meets Koba's maid Kikayu, who suspects Koba of raising Threants, creatures linked to demon lords. Kikayu accuses Lloyd of being powerful and tries to drug him, but Koba inadvertently drinks the drug tea. Kikayu flees, and Koba begins to suspect that he and 309 are behind the attacks. Selen and her father arrive at the hotel, where her father wants her to marry 309's son, but Lloyd intervenes. Him and Selen go on a special date while investigating. Kikayu tries to give Lloyd an antidote massage but flees when Selen shows up. Selen attempts to have a moment alone with Lloyd at the hot spring, but Alka, Marie, Riho, Philo, and Mina all arrive. Meanwhile, Kikayu meets with Minoki, 309's secretary. She reveals that she was creating the Threants and is then possessed by the demon lord Earl King. Lloyd fights Earl King, quickly defeating him and extracting his demon seed, returning Minoki to normal. Shoma and Alka argue, revealing that Shoma has been working with their enemies to find the holy sword. Selen's father allows her to continue being a soldier and marry whoever she wants. Makona is introduced to Shoma and a priest named Father Su. The king instructs Lloyd and his gang to fight a monster snake in a difficult dungeon. Father Su decides to fight the snake first. The gang enters the dungeon and finds an infected Makona, who tries to fight Lloyd. Lloyd gets injured protecting Selen and Philo, but with his friend's help, he defeats her. The giant snake Vritra awakens, revealing itself as the source of Alka's powers. Su kills Vritra, but its soul escapes into Selen's belt. Su swears to unleash a Kunlun dungeon and teleports away. The dungeon collapses, but Alka teleports the group to safety. Alan is hailed as the hero who defeated Vritra. Lloyd remembers that the name Su belongs to a villain from old Kunlun legends. A celebration is held to honor the alliance between Ju and Azami, with Alan forced to fight in an exhibition match. The gang leaves from Kunlun, joined by a dwarf named Yuk. They are shocked by the power of an average Kunlun villager. Riho realizes that incumbent dragons, legendary monsters elsewhere, are just annoying pests in Kunlun. All the girls impress Lloyd's family, with Selen feeling left out. Marie talks to Murthoffen, who reveals that a strange egg he received from a merchant started the kingdom's problems. To maintain Alka's powers, the gang needs to resurrect Vritra's body. It's revealed that the dungeons near Kunlun hold numerous demon lords, and the villagers are guardians keeping the world safe. With Vritra's body destroyed, the dungeons begin to open. The holy sword Lloyd found can open the prison, and he starts to resurrect Vritra in the form of an egg. During the process, Alka temporarily loses her powers. Yug, revealed as a traitor, teleports everyone back to his army, closes all portals, and traps Lloyd in Kunlun. Lloyd eventually finds Alka and frees her with a special blaster. Alka teleports Lloyd back to his army. During the ceremonial match, Su and the king argue about their nations taking over the world. Murthoffen and Shroma fight, while Su reveals he is an artificial creation by Alka, designed to save the world but unable to die. He wants Lloyd to kill him and give him peace. Suddenly, Lloyd accuses Yugo of faking Vritra's resurrection. Marie uses Lloyd's ignorance to defeat Yug and her creatures. Stellan steals the egg from Yug, and Alka arrives fully powered. Huge is apprehended by Lloyd, and Alan is again credited for Lloyd's actions. Lloyd decides to stay and live with Marie and her friends, bringing the anime to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Till next time, take care.